Hey Scorpio, how's it going? How are you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing fantastic. If this is your first time checking out Julia Divine's channel, what is up? My name is Amy. If you're returning, welcome back. This is your message for January 1st to the 16th. I know I totally skipped over December. It just was a busy month and I didn't have the time. So I'm starting these off at the beginning of January. So you guys are the first ones up this month. So with that, I hope you guys all had a fantastic and safe New Year's. Let's just get into your message. So some of the oracle cards that came up for you guys. The first one's talking about ego. So this kind of tells me that you might be having a problem with someone who has an ego issue in January, or this is you with the ego issue. It says a false sense of entrapment, being overly focused on material things, negative or fear-based thoughts. So what this tells me is that for most of you, you need to get out of your ego for January, Scorpio. Or you need to not be around someone that's really in their ego. Like if you know someone is all about their ego, you don't be in their energy, because I feel like once you attract yourself to that, or once you attach yourself to that, that's how you're going to end up. Like you attract what you are, right? So just be cautious of what you're putting out to the universe for the month of January. Be cautious of who you're surrounding yourself with. Be careful not to get into that negative overthinking pattern. So overthinking any negative situations, if you're recently involved with someone, it's pretty much saying don't overthink how everything is going to unfold, okay? So Queen of Earth talks about you really needing to make time for the people around you. Maybe, well, it's like the holidays just happened, so maybe you did spend some time with your family, but I feel like as the holidays are ending, Scorpio, don't end those connections. Don't end those, those times. Make plans in January to hang out with your family, to hang out with your friends. Don't be a hermit. Don't close yourself off. There's going to be some challenges, and I do pick that up in your reading when it comes to relationships, family, friends, whatever it is. But I feel like deal with those problems. Don't just push them to the side hoping that they're going to, disappear, because it's not going to. That's what I feel, especially with your reading. I felt like two cards were there. I just feel like if there is a problem that needs to be fixed, if there's a situation, if there's some truth that needs to be told, I feel like you guys need to do that in the month of January. I feel like something needs to come to light. And I feel like, I don't know why I'm picking this up, but it's this feeling of you guys really needing to be honest with, not just who you are, but what you want, whether that's a friendship connection, a relationship connection. But it's like something's just telling me that some of you aren't being honest with how you feel. And coming into a new decade, coming into a new year, that's where you guys need to start, is really being truly honest with where you're headed in your life, what you want, and then taking it from there. So the Ace of Fire talks about new opportunities coming your way. A lot of you could be, getting opportunities when it comes to your career. It just says change your life now. So this tells me that, maybe 2019 wasn't your year. Maybe 2019 was full of trials. It was full of lessons. It was full of, pain and hurt. It's like now going into a new decade, now being, the 1st of January, just like this is your year, Scorpio, to go big, like to go and do what you need to do to evolve, to grow, right? Like this is your chance to really focus on what it is that you guys need and going from there and making a plan and just evolving, growing, okay? So with that, getting right into your reading. So we're starting off with the moon cards, and the moon card for your reading tells me that, in your surroundings right now, there's people lying to you. There's people being very deceitful. I feel like you need to be very careful who you're talking to. You need to be very careful who you're exchanging your energy with. Being careful how you are portraying yourself out there. Because again, like how I said at the beginning, you attract what you are. So if you're, one way, you're going to attract that back into your life. So just be cautious of your surroundings for the first half of January. There are people, being very deceptive. Not everyone is telling you the truth. Some people are just telling you what you want to hear. So it's like that fear, that anxiety that you're feeling, like listen to your intuition, Scorpio. Your intuition never lies. moving through, I do get the sense of, if you are coming into January, coming into this new year in a relationship, you could be fearing the possibility that this relationship is going to fail like every other relationship, but do not bring that negative thinking into this new relationship. So I don't know who that's for, but that's kind of what I'm picking up, is that if you're afraid to start something new based on what someone else has done, you haven't done the healing that you needed to heal in order to move on to a new relationship. So it's like, you need to fix you right now, get yourself to a place where you don't have to hold on to the past anymore. We don't want to hold on to the past anyways, but some of you you're still holding on to past pain. You're still holding on to past hurt, and that is keeping you from really enjoying this new relationship that Spirit's trying to bring towards you. So just be very cautious in the month of January. And I mean, with the Five of Wands came right after the Moon card. So this tells me that you're going to have some type of falling out. You're going to have some type of disagreement, some type of conflict. I feel like this is going to have you up in your head. I feel like you're going to have, this spot, and I don't even know if it's a spot, but it's more of, you're going to be in this place where you're going to want to be alone. You're not going to be want to be around anyone. It's going to be like, you know what? I just want to be in my own little world. I want to be in my own little bubble. I'm tired of trusting the wrong people. I'm tired of being there for people and no one being there for me. So it's being in this place of, you're going to have a conflict. You're going to have an argument, but you get to choose how you protect yourself. And that's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling like, people are going to show you who they are in January, and you need to be alert to that. Not everyone has your best intentions, so you need to be really alert on who's around you, Scorpio. So, and I mean, the Death card. So this is new beginnings, guys. I feel like you guys are on a new beginning right now. I feel like you completed all of 2019. We're on a new course. We're on a new beginning. Some doors have ended. Those doors ended for a reason. I feel like you guys have been in this place now where it's like, I need to make a whole new plan for 2020. I don't want the bullshit from 2019. So it's like, what can I do now to make sure that I don't repeat those lessons. I don't repeat what I've been through. As I'm spitting all over the place, that's where it goes. Because cycles have ended. But when you're backtracking and looking at 2019, what did you actually learn from that? That's what you need to be asking yourself, Scorpio. What did I learn from 2020? What did I learn from 2019 that I can take into 2020? What are my regrets from 2019? And kind of start from there, because I feel like everyone regrets something that has happened throughout the year. Like myself, for example, I regret not loving myself enough. I regret not being there for myself. I regret not trusting my intuition, trusting my gut enough. So that's one of my goals for 2020 is that I'm going to start loving myself more. I'm going to start being there, start listening to my intuition, my gut. So that's how I feel like you have to look at this for January, is that, you're going to come across people, you're going to come across situations or conflicts, and you're going to have to really trust your intuition. You're going to have to really trust your gut, because I feel like these people are being brought towards you for a reason, and they're being brought towards you to kind of throw you off. So I feel like you're going to start off January on your A game, and then something in the middle of January is going to have you questioning whether you're making the right decision, Scorpio. And I feel like continue moving on, knowing that you started this plan, or, I don't know, it could be anything. You started something as a New Year's goal, and you need to stick with it. I feel like this thing that's coming through, whatever this is over here, it's meant to throw you off. But if you continue to keep loving yourself and healing yourself and putting yourself first, you'll be able to push that away, whatever this is over here. All right, because it's all about balance. We have the Six of Pentacles. So this tells me that, you're going to have some options in the month of January that you're going to have to weigh out. A lot of people are going to come around you and want things from you, time, money, energy. You've got to be able to stand in your own 2 feet and say, you know what, I've got to do me right now. Doesn't mean I don't care about you. Doesn't mean I don't like you, but you only come around when you want something from me, and I can't give you what I don't have right now. So that's kind of what I'm feeling, is that there's people in your environment who, you need to be very cautious about, but you need to also ask yourself, are these the right type of people that I want to have around me? All right. Someone wants to come towards you. I do feel like, Scorpio, someone does have a crush on you. They want to come towards you. They want to make an offer. They want to make a commitment, because we do have the Page of Cups here. I feel like this person is very, intrigued by you. I feel like, they kind of want a piece of you. This could be, you know, leading into a proposal, an engagement, or you could actually be getting proposed to or engaged to in the month of January. But I feel like, honestly, it just keeps going down to listening to your intuition, listening to your gut for the month of January, Scorpio, because that's just coming up really, really strong. And I mean the Hierophant. So Spirit's giving you that extra push that you need. You know, so if you feel alone, if you feel like you have no one, if you feel like you have no idea what to do, just know that you're not alone. Know that all you have to do is call on the angels that you need, God, whatever your faith is. And, you know, maybe it's just taking your hands off the wheel and allowing the universe to do what the universe needs to do. You know, maybe it's not about being, you know, in control over everything. Maybe it's just taking your hands off and saying, you know what, angels, God, whoever you pray to, you know, I'm leaving this in your hands. Okay? Because you guys are, you know, you have the abundance you need to move forward. It's all about balance, though. Like, you have to find a balance. You got to keep continuing to take care of yourself. Even if you guys start a new relationship in January, you know, or you end up leaving a relationship, it's all about you. It's all about putting you first. It's all about saying, you know what, instead of focusing all of my attention on this, I'm going to bring it back and focus it on me for January, and continuing to do that every month, putting yourself first, putting your needs, your wants, whatever, because you need to heal. There's something here for Scorpio that you have not healed from the past. And again, I do not want you to bring the past pain and the past hurt from your past. I want you to be able to know and learn that lesson that you needed to learn, and know that you've learned that lesson, know that you're smarter enough, know that you're, you know, it is more improved. I feel like we have to go through certain things that are meant to tear us apart in order to make us wise up. And I feel like Scorpio has wised up. I feel like there's, you know, an energy in 2019 where you knew it wasn't for you and you walked away, and now you're wising up. However that resonates for you, that's what's coming through. But it's getting to that I'm going to take care of me moment, and everyone else is going to be second towards me. All right. And I mean, you have those connections. You have the cards behind you. Seven of Cups talks about the seeds that you've been planting the last couple months. They're starting to grow. So the seeds could be happiness. It could be joy. It could be health. It could be, you know, love. It could be whatever the seeds that you planted months ago, like, everything is blossoming. Everything is growing. So it's not like you guys have any real cards to be really concerned about, except the lying and the being deceptive. But that could be anyone or anything. It's time for you guys to smile. It's time for you guys to understand that happiness is literally right around the corner. And the only thing stopping you from being happy is yourself. All right? So let's read your Oracle cards. So today you got Fogged In. Go slow and take time. Even if you can't see what's around the next corner, go forward slowly and gently. You are safe. When you take the time to go slowly, new perceptions emerge that you can't see if you're moving fast. Move away from the rapid pace of everyday life and step into the majesty of stillness. Resist the impulse to go ahead with your first instinct. Take time to tune into your deeper intuition. Power is born in those times when you relax into the present moment. The Scared Traveler wants you to know. Sometimes the mist and fog are so thick that the traveler feels uncertain about everything. Where am I going? What am I meant to do? Why can't I see what's ahead? However, it's in those moments of unknowing that the deepest and most profound answers to life's big questions can emerge. The secret is to traverse slowly and carefully so as to not fall off the path. Be careful. Proceed with caution in all things as you sense the best direction. Listen to the whisperings of your soul and trust your inner voice. See, there's so much stuff here right now about just trusting in you. You know what you want, Scorpio. You know what you need, and you need to just go from there. All right. So perfect reading for you guys. It definitely makes sense for me. Hopefully it resonates with you. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'm sending you guys all love and light for January, and I'll see you guys again for the second half of January. All right, guys. Take care.